Yo, what is going on, guys? Miguel here. So today we're coming at you with a video on some tips you can use when doing some door knocking. So I'm actually, it's funny because I'm actually just taking a vacation here. Like I'm just working like slightly. I'm just doing my team meeting this morning, and then I'm heading out. This is actually my scripting block, but no one's actually available to script today. And I kind of figured, well, I don't really want to run through my script when I'm just going to take a week off anyways, because I do it so often that like when I take a week off, I just kind of leave everything as it is, right? But yeah, so I decided this is probably gonna be the best time for me to make a YouTube video as I'm kind of more focused on just doing Instagram and Facebook just for my like to get leads and stuff, right? But I do understand I have to be posting to here frequently, so whenever I have the blocks, I do it because I wanted to share with you guys some knowledge I have. Okay, so yeah, so I want to share with you guys there's four. I labeled these out like just real quick. There is four tips that I want to walk you guys through when it comes to door knocking, which can really make your results a lot more effective. A lot of you guys probably watch me just looking for some insight on, first off, if you haven't been here, like I built my entire business door knocking and I still to this day door knock. I actually just did my business planning, my mid-year business planning. I have just over 2,700 contacts already done for the year. I'm probably going to go just over 6,000 for the year just to give you guys an idea of how much I actually prospect. So yeah, I'm just about 4 years in here. This is my fourth calendar year for 2026 and I still door knock a lot, right? I did recently just rehire a coach. I actually jumped out of one-on-one coaching for a bit and I found I need a little bit more guidance just on how I'm knocking because in Canada I don't really have the benefit of having like expired and stuff, so I do need a bit more visual sites. But I'm already almost at I'm close to 10 million sold already for the year, so I'm not by any means having a bad year, but I definitely want to. I feel like I've hit a bit of a barrier, so I did step back into coaching. That's a different topic for sure, but just so you guys understand, I have built everything from door knocking, and I still continue to do that. That is part of my journey. Okay, so four tips. I got a few minutes to do this before I gotta get ready, get back to some people here. But so four tips. Number one, I'm gonna start with visiting the doors with visible signs of life. So what I mean by this is like you don't want to go these are really tips, guys, to maximize not only your contact ratios, like your answer rates, but also to maximize your conversion, okay? So this one's going to be around obviously maximizing your conversion on the sense of like answer rate, right? So I generally speaking have at any time getting any given time between 35 and 45% answer rate. It depends on what area I'm going to, but if I go to a random neighborhood, I have close to a 40% answer rate because I just visit the ones that I understand someone's home. Now, some of you guys might argue like, oh, that person who maybe had all their blinds shut and everything maybe was home and might need to sell, right? And don't get me wrong, I have a listing that is meant to come up in the next few weeks. That's about $900,000. That when I knocked on the door, I didn't think anyone was home. That's our turtle right there, by the way. I didn't think anyone was home at all. I just kind of took a chance on it, and yeah, now we're already. It was like I think within 7 months I converted her. Right, we haven't fully signed anything yet, but just so you guys know, like that was one of those days where like I just hit someone and it happens, right? However, it's going to be a big waste of your time if you're going to keep going to every single door and you're going to have a really low conversion. Like you're probably still going to expect about a 25% answer rate, 25 to 30, but if you want to boost it to like closer to 40 to 50%, especially on during certain time periods of the day, almost double, right? You want to go to the ones that have visible signs of life. And again, going back to that, I've had people in my brokerage say, "Oh, I dropped off a flyer at an estate, and it was actually an estate sale." I had one guy in my office like, "Oh, you should go to all those doors and drop off the flyers," because I had an estate sale that called me and I closed it within 27 days of me. Like, there's stuff like that, but again, if you want to go, just you're running a business, right? And business needs to be as efficient as frequent as possible. So knowing that, you want to do, I should have turned. Sorry, I'm getting some notifications here. So basically, you want to just visit the site. If you want to be as efficient and effective as possible, visit the doors that have signs of life. So if you watch my live door knocking videos, you can see I kind of label, this one has their lights on. They're probably not home if it's the middle of the day, right? Let's say, but on the other side, let's say the garage is open, right? And you can see a car. It's guaranteed someone's home, almost guaranteed, unless they went for a walk and they're just safe with their neighborhood, right? In the winter, right, you can see the tire treads. even then, if someone has like an asphalt driveway, not even, you can actually see someone's tire treads going into the driveway. A lot of the time it means they're home, right? But you can also tell if their blinds are open. If in the summer, if they just have their screen door, that's a given that they're home, right? If they don't answer the door, probably just in the washroom or something, right? So, yeah, so just look for visible signs of life, and I will guarantee you guys your answer rate's going to go way higher, okay? So number one is visit doors with visible signs of life. Again, if you want, take the risk, go ahead and knock on the doors that you think no one's home, but I'll guarantee you're going to have at least half your answer rate go down, half of the answer rate you're going to get initially, okay? I have my assistant off of do not disturbs, so her notifications are coming through, unfortunately, but it's okay. So number two, stand 5 to 6 feet back when you knock on the door, and also have a unique knock. So I kind of combine these together because it's part of your pitch. So this is in terms of conversion, right? So I always hear from people all the time, like, oh, I had a guy who was like selling windows or selling whatever, right? HVAC services and pest control. And they were like within like a feet or two of them. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, you know that one guy on YouTube, the guy who was on the news for eating the chicken nugget? What are you doing? I don't know, what is wrong with you? Like, that's literally what I think. What is wrong with you? You know, because, like, what? Like, you don't know this person. Why are you, like, in their immediate space? Like, people's personal space are within 6 feet. I say 5 to 6 because I feel like 6 feet kind of feels almost too far back. Because, like, sometimes you can see the floor mat. They have, like, those 5-foot floor mats. And that's, like, plenty of space. You can tell, right? Basically, just have, like, a comfort zone where you feel like you're not in their direct space. So you basically want to knock. And, like, my unique knock, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to throw my dog off. But it's like, dun, 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 dun. Or it's like if they have like a Ring doorbell, it'll go like dun, 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 dun. Like it's just kind of like automatic for me. I kind of just make up my own stuff, but it's unique because like if I've circled a neighborhood, I have a neighborhood I farm, right? And when I go there, people, now that I go there so frequently, I just finished up my rounds there. People are like, oh yeah, I knew it was you just by the way you were knocking, right? I had a guy who actually used to do door-to-door sales who was like, I knew exactly who it was without even having to look at my camera because I know you're not. It was so funny, right? But like you want to have a unique knock so people start realizing who you are, but also like a warm one, right? Don't go like boom, 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 because then people think it's the police, right? Or someone like, people are pretty on guard these days, right? So again, when you stand 5 to 6 feet back, also like kind of like just give yourself like lower your shoulders a bit, like kind of like you guys will watch my videos, right? Kind of like put my foot on the other step and just kind of like put my knee on I'm just like really chill, right? Like I just want to give people the vibe that I'm super easy to talk to, right? So give them the vibe that you're super easy to talk to, give them their personal space and have a unique knock that seems warm and welcoming, okay? Number 3 is going to be mirror match, okay? So if someone opens a door, like the best mirror match and build familiarity, okay? So you have a split second on the phones for sure. You have a split second to get someone's attention by saying their name and stuff. But if you're on the doors, you have a split second to immediately impress that person just by the way you're dressed and how you're responding to them. But then what you're saying after is towards building authority. That's your pitch, right? Your pitch, I'm going to give you 5 to 10 seconds for you to actually set the tone. So basically, when you knock, after you knock and they answer and they're like, hello, you go like, hello, right? Sorry, not like that. I kind of like upswing that a bit, but if they're like, yeah, hi. You want to say exactly what they say back to them in exactly the same tone. Now, if they go like, yeah, can I help you? Yeah, potentially. My name's Miguel, right? Like I give them the same tone, but I'm not exactly saying the same verbiage because there's some parts like that. It's not going to make sense. You're not going to go like, yeah, can I help you? Like, then they're going to be like, what the hell is this guy talking about, right? You know what I mean? Like, just if they say, hi, you just go like, hi, my name's Miguel, right? You want to match exactly what they're saying. Now, if you guys watch some of my live door knocking videos, that might not always be the case. Sometimes I just feel like I throw something in that just kind of matches what I can read from them that they're going to be receptive to. Because again, it's not as big of a deal to mirror and match immediately off the bat when you're door knocking because they're already seeing you in person. They're seeing a live person other than someone on the phone, but it's still very important, okay? So right away when you mirror match, you're building that immediate like, oh, that curiosity, right? Right after that, I'm going to say, my name's Miguel. I own a real estate team here in London. I'm with Keller Williams. You must be the homeowner, yes? So that, and then they're going to say yes. And I'll be like, have we ever met before? No? Okay, perfect. That block of words I just said, guys, number one, I'm creating like a, not familiarity, but authority. I'm creating a sense of authority where I'm saying, hey, I own a real estate team here in London. I'm with Keller Williams, a local brand. I also own my own real estate team. And then number 2, I'm saying, have we ever met before? I'm building familiarity, right? The other side of it too is if I see there's something I like in the drive, like if they have just yesterday, there's a guy who had two of the exact same Lexus RX. I'm a big Lexus person, right? I own two Lexus. And this guy had two Lexus, right? Same thing. And I was like, oh, like I kind of said my thing, and I was like, by the way, are those both your Lexus? I was like, they're both RX. I said the years. He's like, yeah, how'd you know that? I was like, well, I have two Lexus myself. I love Lexus. And we were talking for just 5 minutes. I didn't get his info. He had like literally no plans to sell. He's going to be there till he died, and he knew he had no one he knew. Like I decided to just kind of say whatever. Like, can always add them to the database. I asked if he wanted my emails, but the point is, I had just a general conversation with him just because we could build familiarity off that, right? So basically, but the first thing they said where it's like, hello, my name's Miguel. I own a real estate team here in London. I'm with Keller Williams. You must be the homeowner, yes? Yes. Have we ever spoke before? No, amazing. Well, I don't want to take up much of your time. I'm going to get going here in just a second. So that's the other part, is you want to build a false time constraint so they don't feel like you're going to be there forever, okay? So authority, build familiarity, authority, and create a false time constraint. That should all be done in the first 10 seconds of your pitch, okay? That's the biggest indicator, because after everything's said and done, you really don't even need a script. You can just literally that's like the first pitch factor that you're going to have someone open up to you, okay? Door knocking is all about just getting someone to open up and have a conversation, okay? The last thing I want to talk about is your follow-up method. So you want to send a thank you card and do a follow-up call within 10 to 14 days of meeting them, okay? So no matter how far out they are, guys, there are going to be some people where if they have no plans, like if you're like me and you have over 1,000 people in your database, I'm not going to call every single person I'm going to get in touch with. I'm just going to let my email and direct mail do the work, right? If you're newer, you're probably going to talk to everyone you're going to get that you can get their numbers, because you're still trying to build your database, right? But for example, so everyone you're going to get their number from, that's a different topic, but everyone that you get their number, so let's start first. Everyone that you meet from the door, if you get their contact information, or you had a really good conversation but didn't get their contact info and you know they're going to have plans pretty soon. Like I just met someone recently who she is going to send me an email because I know her, but she follows me on social media. Just we don't have our contact, but she actually was an expired from 2023 that I had no idea about, and she's in my farm area. I'm sending her a thank you card, right? And I'm usually trying to make that specific. So if they have a dog, for example, I just met someone, their dog was named Oliver. I included in the thank you card just to say, thank you for your time, for you, your wife, and their wife's name, right? And Oliver, you know what I mean? I include that so they're like, oh, this is really cool. It's a handwritten thank you note. My assistant does all of them, but if you don't have one, you write them yourself. Block about 15 minutes a day to just do that, right? So send them a thank you note right after you, like in your next day when you're doing your block, send them that, post stamp, whatever. If you can't afford that, just go, I used to go on the weekend, just deliver it early in the morning before my workday started. And you want to follow up with whoever gives you their phone number. Follow up with them, give them a follow-up call 10 to 14 days out. Just be like, hey, thank you so much. Hey, John, it's Miguel, the realtor you met a couple weeks ago. Just want to real quick thank you for your time. I really appreciate it because I'm meeting people at random spots of the day, and I know I'm interrupting. So thank you so much for your time. Did you get a card from me in the mail? You did? Perfect. If they didn't, oh, no worries at all. So I'm just basically reverbing what the card said. If you or anyone you know ever has any questions regarding real estate or anything around those lines around the house, you're more than welcome to reach out. I am more than happy to be a service for you. Okay? And that's it. Don't even ask them if they need to buy or sell, because you just spoke to them 10 to 14 days ago. Just follow up. Just let them know you're there for them. That mixed with the thank you card is going to really stabilize your ability to be in their head when they need to sell. Okay? Keep in mind, door knocking is a long game. It's sometimes a short game if you're lucky, if you find someone off the bat, but it's the longer approach that's going to build your database. Okay? So yeah, those are the 4 tips. I hope you guys like that. I do got to hop off because I got to get to my team meeting, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.